Hey babes, it is Golden Girl Tarot and we're going to do an all signs what is coming towards you in the month of June 2026. So obviously we'll be starting off with Aries. It is 11 seconds past. So what is coming towards Aries, Sun, Moon and Rising for June 2026, please? Ooh, Justice. So some balance perhaps, and the Strength card. What else? Oh my god, 3 major arcanas, my favorite, and the 8 of cups at the bottom of the deck. So you got Justice, Strength and Death, Aries. I think that you've probably come through something quite taxing, potentially even like a legal battle with the Justice coming out here. So some of you could have come through like a divorce, maybe a splitting of assets, leaving a tenancy, that sort of thing. Or it could quite literally symbolize like harmony and balance is coming into your life. But the reason I'm saying it is that kind of situation is because the Strength card is coming out for you. So that tells me that you've been through something that it's been necessary for you to be strong throughout that, and like emotional strength. So you've really had to work pretty hard. And I think what June is going to be like the flourishing blossom of the transformation, like the caterpillar coming out of the cocoon for you. That like the transformation, the lesson is complete. And I think that June is going to have you walking away from anything that was causing you like sleepless nights, unsettledness, anything that was just a burden for you, I think is going to be left behind, like literally left in the dust. So if this is resonating for you, Aries, I really honestly believe that there's going to be a lot of changes happening in June. I think you're going to step into like your own a little bit and take back control of, I don't want to be all like woo woo, but like your destiny a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Like you're taking back the control of the situation. So I think get excited, Aries, because for me that looks good, to be honest with you. So love that for you, Aries. Let's move on to Taurus. All right, Taurus, we're at 241. Let's go. What is coming towards Taurus, Sun, Moon and Rising, please, for the month of June 2026? We've got Taurus. What is coming towards them, please? Sun, Moon, Rising for the month of June 2026, please. Okay, straight off, we've got the Devil and we've got the 2 of Swords. And then finally we have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, I think that there is the potential for, I think this, because this is a you thing actually, Taurus, I think you might be dabbling in some toxic behaviors, maybe reaching out to that dodgy old ex of yours that's got you blocked, finding a way around it, or maybe you're going to hear from them. I think that realistically in the month of June, with the Devil coming out, I think there's something that you need to acknowledge. Like there's definitely like an obsession. It's giving obsession. It's feeling very, what do you call it when you use something that's not good for you? Or like a crutch, so you know, like smoking, drinking, whatever. I think that you're going to be leaning on unhealthy habits, or potentially dealing with some unhealthy people in your life. I think you know that they're unhealthy. I think that you know that they're probably not good for you, or the thing that you're using isn't very good for you. I don't think you're that interested in talking about it, so you're probably going to skip right past this reading, if I'm honest. Which, you know, all up to you, not a problem. But with the Knight of Pentacles here, I do think that there is going to be some sort of slow release drug. I feel like that's what June is going to be. So you might start off a little bit rough and in the toxicity of life, but I do think towards the end of the month you're going to start coming out of it and you're going to break those patterns a little bit. or you're going to break free from the people who are in that kind of energy. So not the best reading ever for you, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, but I do think that tarot like this is like the gift, it's like the gift of a heads up, and you can change this, you know, like tarot is reading the energy in this moment right now for a collective. That doesn't necessarily have to be your true story. You can change everything overnight. So if that's what you want to do, you can do that, Taurus. Okay, let us move on to Gemini. We're at 5:34 for Gemini. So what is coming towards Gemini, please, for June 2026? Sun, Moon, and Rising. So Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising for June 2026, please. First card out, we've got the King of Cups. Exciting. We've got the Page of Swords. Oh, we've got the Seven of Swords and the Five of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Right, King of Cups, Page of... what was that? Page of Swords and the Seven of Swords. I wonder if you're going to be dealing with some love bombing, perhaps. I mean, I love the King of Cups in general, but he can be a bit of a love bomber. He also likes the old glug glug as well. So it does feel a little bit like a bit of a stalker vibe. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like you're definitely going to get some messages, some creepy crawlies from this person. It feels quite sinister, and I say that because the Five of Swords is here at the bottom of the deck with the Seven of Swords, and the Page of Swords is a very kind of like creepy crawler kind of energy. Like, they're looking at what you're doing on social media, they're messaging you, they're using fake accounts, they're having a stalk to see what you're up to, and everything they say, every word that comes out of their mouth is like a self-intention, like for them, not for you. I hope that made sense. A bit clunky. So if that's resonating for you, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising, I would just have my wits about me. It could be an ex, not to be that kind of reader, but it could be an ex that you're dealing with. It could also be some random fucking weirdo who has just developed an obsession for you that you have no connection to as well. So that's always fun, but I would just be aware of anyone who's coming on particularly strong, especially like emotionally, because I don't think that they're acting with pure intentions here. I think that they're acting selfishly, and I feel like you're probably at the bottom of the barrel of their concerns, if you catch my drift. So that was Gemini. Let's move on to Cancer. Cancer, let's see. What is coming towards Cancer, please, in June 2026? So Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What is coming towards Cancer? We have got 4 came out for you, Cancer, so we will take them. We have got the Page of Cups, we have got the Ten of Pentacles, we've got the Emperor, we've got the Queen of Cups. Finally, some good news. We've also got the Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck. I think that June's going to be a great month. I mean, it is birthday month at the end of the day. We've got June into July, haven't we? So, you know, it is your energy. Page of Cups here with the Ten of Pentacles. You may be getting an offer coming through. I feel like, do you know what? This feels to me like good moves in your career. I do feel like there's probably, I think you're just an attractive energy in June. I really do. Like, there's nothing unattractive about this spread. You've got the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands. The Two of Cups is underneath that Queen of Wands there. You know, they've got the Page of Cups at the start there with the Ten of Pentacles. I think that people are going to just be coming and giving you offers. I mean, it could just signify your birthday month if you're a June baby. But I honestly think that if you've been making any moves recently and you're planning on doing something, I don't know, like starting a project or putting something out into the world in June, I think it's going to be really successful. I think that you're going to receive praise. I think you're going to receive recognition, potentially some sort of investment. Maybe you'll make a lot of money this month. I also feel like you're going to feel on top of your game, or you might attract somebody in who's going to like help mentor you, that sort of vibe. So really positive vibes for you there, Cancer. So good for you guys. Happy birthday. Let's move on to Leo. Speed round today, guys, because I'm a little bit tired. What are we on? 10 minutes 23 for Leo. So what is coming towards Leo, Sun, Moon and Rising in the month of June 2026, please? Talk to me. What is coming towards Leo, Sun, Moon and Rising in the month of June 2026, please? First card out is the 8 of Wands. Lovely. We've got the Sun card. There you are. The main character of your own life, of course. So we've got 8 of Wands, Sun, Hanged Man. At the bottom of the deck, we've got the Fool over here. Okay, I think that you've got some hot communication coming in. I think that you, in June, are going to feel joyous. I think you're going to feel like the main character. I think it's going to be all about Leo. I think you're quite literally going to be a ray of sunshine in your own life and in other people's lives, and people are going to want to be around you. I do think that with all of this really hot, fast moving, fun, interesting energy that's coming in for you, it might potentially spark a little bit of overwhelm. So this is where the Hanged Man is coming in. So if that does resonate for you, if there's lots of different things coming in, lots of offers coming your way, lots of praise and fun and abundance, and it's kind of making you think, oh, you know, that's a lot, I can't cope with it. It's okay to just take a minute. Just take a minute, have some patience, be patient with yourself, be patient with other people, and just think to yourself, breathe and reboot, you know, like, not, I mean, the Fool card does signify like a new beginning and stuff. On a smaller scale, I think it just means as well, just have a minute and start afresh when you feel okay. Like, it's a very positive month for you as June, but I wonder if it might just kind of run away with you and then all of a sudden you're in July. So I think this is just a reminder to kind of like stop and smell the roses while you're on your journey or doing whatever you're doing in June, because it's very, very positive, but it could just maybe run away from you, and I think that's maybe what the message is there. All beans. Okay, we're on to Virgo. Virgo, Sun, Moon and Rising. It is 12:54. Lovely. So what is coming towards? Ooh. Virgo, Sun, Moon and Rising, please, in June 2026. So we have got Virgo here, please. Sun, Moon and Rising for June 2026, please. Okay, we've got the 2 of Pentacles, we've got the 9 of Wands, and we've got the 9 of Pentacles. And then we've also got the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck. I think, for me, Virgo, this is, I think you've got some, to be honest, you might not like what I'm about to say here, Virgo. The overthinking is quite literally trapping you in your own hell. Whatever this 2 of Pentacles is, whatever this is that you're juggling, whether it be emotions, whether it be finances, whether it be people, anything, I think that you're kind of trapping yourself in the chaos of juggling whatever this is. And it's a little bit, please don't be offended when I say this because we all do it, but like victim mindset. And I think it's time to come out of the victim mindset and realize the potential that you have. The 9 of Pentacles, she's a fucking bad bitch. You know, she's paying her bills, she's got eyes everywhere, like the hawk on this card. They go out and they look at everything and then they come back to their owner and tell them what's going on. Like, there's so much abundance that you can create in your own life if you just get out of your own way. So I feel like June is going to be a little bit of a journey for you on, like, I think probably like self-love, and working on yourself a little bit. I know people don't really like hearing that sort of thing because it's a bit generic, but I think if you can have the kind of discipline and respect for yourself to put down the juggling balls and just make a fucking choice or decide on something and stop, and don't allow yourself to get stuck in this kind of victim mentality, because, you know, unfortunately it's not a very attractive energy. And I hate to say that because, you know, there's all sorts going on in the world, and obviously that isn't aimed at people who are going through like actual true hardship. But if you're kind of just sat in a woe is me kind of mindset, people are going to avoid it, Virgo. So I think June for you is definitely work on yourself, work on your mindset, and remember who the fuck you are, okay? Right, Libra. Let's do Libra. What are we on? Okay, what is coming towards Libra? Sun, moon, and rising, please, for the month of June 2026. What is coming towards Libra? Sun, moon, and rising for the month of 2026, please. Nice. One more. Okay, Libra. 8 of Cups, Strength, Queen of Swords, and then we have got the Page of Swords at the bottom of the deck. I think that you are moving on from something. I think you're moving on from something that has kind of like stunted or taken over your emotions. It feels like you're moving on to something much more grounded. So if you've been feeling a little bit out of control emotionally, or even if your environment has felt a little bit chaotic recently, I think that you're going to be moving out of that in June, and you're going to be moving into a place where you can kind of step into a more stable and strong environment, and also a strong mentality, like a strong headspace, especially with this Queen of Swords coming out here. I mean, that's air energy. We've got Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius in her. So I don't think you're going to be suffering fools in June. I think you're going to be standing your ground and being not like authoritarian, maybe a little bit, but like just very sure in your words. And I know that that isn't the stereotypical way for a Libra. Libras can be a little bit indecisive and take their time, but I don't think that June's going to be like that for you. I think you've had enough of something, and it's making you choose yourself first. And I think with this Page of Swords coming out, people are noticing that, and people are going to be respecting your boundaries in June. So if there's anything that's kind of been slipping around you, I think that June is going to be the time for you to kind of tighten the reins up there and remind people to have the respect for you, and that you're not going to be entertaining anything that you maybe would have before, that you might have let slide. You're in a very strong position, and I think people are going to notice that. People are going to naturally be drawn to your energy because the Strength card does kind of do that. But I think you're going to have really strict boundaries, so I love that for you. Okay, Scorpio. What is coming towards Scorpio, please? Sun, moon, and rising. What are we on? For June 2026, please. What is coming towards Scorpio, Sun, moon, and rising for June 2026, please? One more. Okay, I think you might be breaking some hearts, Scorpio, or pissing someone off, or maybe it's you. King of Swords, Knight of Wands, 5 of Cups, and then the 7 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. I wonder if you're going to be playing the field a little bit, especially with that Knight of Wands and the 7 of Cups coming out. I think that you might be having a bit of a villain era, maybe. Like the start of a hot girl summer, and you've got the roster tied up and ready and waiting, and you don't really care who you hurt. I think June for Scorpio, especially, I mean, obviously I'm speaking for single Scorpios here. I think you're going to be starting your villain area. I think that you are going to be unapologetic. I think that you're just going to fucking go for whatever you want, taking action, being there one morning, gone the next, you know? And I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. What I will say is if, you know, try not to intentionally cause hurt to people. You know, it's all well and good having a hot girl summer, but try and do it with, you know, some decorum. I'm just saying. Also, I will say that if you are going to go into this kind of mindset in June, and there is the Five of Cups there, I think the Five of Cups is kind of inverted for you in this, where you are kind of focusing on what you do have and not what you don't have. But when we don't acknowledge any hurt that we've been through and we kind of just mask it with this, it can creep back in. So I wouldn't want that to happen for you, but I do think that you're going to have a plethora of options on your plate in June, Scorpio. So enjoy yourself. Okay, who have we got next? Sagittarius. My little Raji Saggies. What's coming to Raji Saggi? Sagittarius, please. Sun, moon, and rising. Sagittarius, sun, moon, and rising for June 2026. Sagittarius, sun, moon, and rising, please. Interesting. Okay, we've got the Five of Swords. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. We've got the Four of Swords in the reverse. And we have got, is that the Seven? Yeah. Seven of Pentacles under the deck. Right, okay. I think that with the Five of Swords coming out first and the Wheel of Fortune showing up for us, I think this is a really good omen that you're moving away from unsettled, chaotic, maybe even like some dangerous energy, into something far more positive, especially with the Four of Swords coming out in the reverse. This is telling me that now is not the time to rest and recuperate. Now is the time to act and be energetic and go and do things. And like the Seven of Pentacles is someone who is kind of admiring and reflecting on what they've built, what they've worked on, and what they're doing. And I think because we're coming from the Five of Swords and we're moving into that in the June, I think June is going to be a positive self-awareness like experience for you. I think that you're probably going to learn a lot about yourself, and you might reflect on whatever this was that you're coming out of. And, you know, not to say that anyone deserves to go through a Five of Swords situation, because no one deserves that, but there is always a lesson to be learned somewhere. And I think you're going to have a successful time in June of discovering what that meant for you. And I feel like you're really closing out a, like almost like a karmic cycle, obviously if you learn the lesson, that is. I feel like if you really focus on that, it could be like a new beginning for you, Sagittarius, and you could come to the end of June full of like a sense of opportunity and excitement ahead of you. So yeah, I think if this is resonating for you, Sagittarius, like embrace the trouble that you've been through, because it is you coming out of it, or you're out of it, and just try and look at it through a different lens, and see what can be gained from that experience, because we can usually gain something from every experience we've had in life, no matter how painful it is, you know. Okay, next one, we've got Capricorn. Oh gosh, sorry for the speedy delivery, guys. Right, Capricorn, Sun, Moon and Rising. What is coming towards Capricorn? Sun, Moon and Rising for the month of June 2026, please. Nice. Ooh, okay. Oh, fun. 3 more major arcanas. We've got the Fool, we've got the Hermit, Wheel of Fortune again, and then at the bottom of the deck we've got the Ace of Cups. I love that for you. I think that June for you, Capricorn, is going to be full of you really, I really feel like you're on the brink of like a breakthrough. And the Hermit's here, you know, the Hermit is telling me that you're on a real path towards pure abundance. I mean, the Ace of Cups is here. I feel like June is probably going to be full of a lot of love, family, friends, like excitement, doing a lot of things with other people or like building up to that. And I think the Fool and the Hermit for me, we've got Aries and Virgo there for you, along with the Wheel of Fortune, you know, like it's almost as though your actions and your intellect are going to marry up really well in June and kind of pave the way for you to have this really spectacular rest of 2026. Like, I know this is just June, but I feel like June is like a pillar that is going to hold up the rest of your year. Yeah, it feels very intentional. Like, I always feel like the Hermit's quite an intentional card. And even if it does feel like it's getting a bit much and it's a bit heavy and it's a bit dark, that is why the Hermit's coming forward for you, because the Hermit does have the lantern. He does kind of light the path ahead. And the Fool, you know, it's just like a very trusting energy. From our perspective, it looks like he's about to drop off the end of a cliff, but he's very trusting. He knows that he's not going to, because he's the first card in the major arcana, and we get all the way up to 12 of them. So, you know, it can't be that bad. So, you know, I think that Capricorn, it's not necessarily in your nature to be that trusting or that going blindly kind of mindset. But I think that June is going to carry you nicely through, and your mindset, your intellect and your action is all going to kind of marry up together. So I think that June is going to pleasantly surprise you, Capricorn. Okay. Moving on to Aquarius. So Aquarius, let's see. What is coming towards Aquarius, Sun, Moon and Rising, please, in the month of June 2026? What is coming towards Aquarius in the month of 2026? June 2026, Aquarius, Sun, Moon and Rising. First one out, we have got Five of Swords, the popular one today. Seven of Pentacles for you as well, very similar to, I think it was Sagittarius, Empress, and the Three of Cups, finishing a bit stronger here. Okay, Five of Swords, Seven of Pentacles, the Empress, and then the Three of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Okay, again, similar to, I'm sure it was Sagittarius, maybe Virgo, I can't remember, coming out of a Five of Swords situation and kind of reflecting on what you've been through. The thing is with an Aquarius placement, it can be quite difficult for you to be understood and you to communicate in a way that other people can understand. So it can feel a little bit lonely at times. And I wonder if whatever this Five of Swords situation is, and you kind of reflecting on it with the Seven of Pentacles, I wonder if that's going to kind of open up a stream with someone else where you could have a connection and it could kind of build into this collaboration, a community. Like I feel like there's going to be some people around for you in June, Aquarius. And I think the Empress here, this could be representing yourself, or it could be representing someone that you're going to lean on. And I'm leaning towards this is like you and your community. And I think that the people who love and support you the most, Aquarius, are really going to show themselves in June, and you're going to know who your people are. So I would keep an eye on that. Like if you're down, if you're on the down and outs, like something's gone wrong, something's gone awry, I think that June is going to show you who is really going to support you and who is really going to try and help you through these times, instead of just kind of saying, oh, okay, you know, because there's a lot of those people out there that are kind of just like fake friends, and you don't want that. So that's what I think you've got coming towards you, which I think, I know it doesn't sound that nice, Aquarius, but I think that is actually quite nice. So enjoy your June with the people who love you most, because they're going to be around you. So Pisces, let's see what's coming towards Pisces, shall we? In the month of June 2026. So Pisces, Sun, Moon and Rising for June 2026. Pisces, Sun, Moon and Rising. Cards can't quite make a decision for you guys. 9 of Cups, lovely. 10 of Cups. Queen of Pentacles. All right, what a month to be a Pisces. Okay, 9 of Cups, 10 of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, 4 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Well, you're just proud as punch, aren't you? We have got 9 of Cups here. We've got the 10 of Cups. I mean, it couldn't get much better than that. I think that you're probably, I mean, it just feels like June is going to be the best month ever. I think you're welcoming in things that you've manifested. I think you've been working really hard on something. You've been trying really hard, and I think the fruits of your labor are going to come into fruition in June. I think that you're going to be celebrated. I think that people are going to recognize your worth and what you bring to like them as people. Maybe your family and your friends are going to kind of like recognize who you are to them. And with the Queen of Pentacles here as well, I think that you are just, it's like an accomplishment, like you've made it almost. I think that June can't really get much better than this. What I will say with this little 4 of Cups down here is try not to allow yourself to convince yourself that you don't deserve it, or it's not real, or it isn't happening, because you have worked for this, you have put the effort in, and you know the evidence is there to support that. And the thing is with the Queen of Pentacles is, you know, she's a real boss. You know, she's got her bills paid, she's got her finances in order, everything's got you know, everything's in a file of facts filed away. She's very organized, and she's like a boss, you know. Like, you need to accept that you have that vibe to you in June, because I do wonder if you've maybe just not wanted to accept it yourself, and this probably could have come in a lot sooner if it hasn't already started dripping in for you. But honestly, Pisces, you're buying a lottery ticket, do it in fucking June, because I feel like something's going to happen if it hasn't already. Some of you might be getting married, some of you might be having babies. It's feeling very collaborative and very exciting. So yeah, I'm really happy for you, Pisces. Thank you all so much for watching the video today, and I will see you on TikTok or YouTube.